Hi, second and third graders. As you can see, I am at home. I'm sitting here on the floor. I've got no books. I don't have my school computer. I don't have any of my resources for the character tournament. However, I am not going to let that stop me from filling you guys in on who won last week and letting you know who is in this week's matchups. So, what I did is I took my computer and I went and I found, I logged into my school stuff and I was able to find all the results. I know you can't really see it, but trust me, that's what I'm looking at. So, in the first matchup between Captain Underpants and Pinkalicious, the winner, and moving on to the second round, will be Captain Underpants. In the second matchup between Fancy Nancy and Mudge, the winner is Mudge. Mudge will be moving on to the second round. In the third matchup that featured Bad Kitty and Jack and Annie from the Magic Treehouse books, the winner is Bad Kitty. So Bad Kitty will be moving on to the next round. And finally, in the fourth matchup between Buzz from Fly Guy and Ricky Ricotta, the winner is Ricky Ricotta. So there are your four winners. We had Captain Underpants, Mudge, Bad Kitty, and Ricky Ricotta. So they will be moving on to the second round next week. This week, even though we start school on Wednesday because of the ice days, we will have some new matchups, and those matchups I will tell you about in one moment. Alright, now that you know who won last week, it is time to preview the matchups for this week. This is the second half of the first round, and all of the winners this week will be moving on to next week's second round voting. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's focus on this week. This week's matchups are coming right up. The first matchup, and you have to apologize because I'm doing the best I can. Like I told you before, I don't have my little signs to hold up. I don't have books to hold up, so I'm just going to give it to you right off this other screen. The first matchup we have is one of my favorite matchups because who would have expected two pigs to be in the first round against one another, but that's exactly what we've got. We've got, if I can do this, Mercy Watson against Poppleton. Mercy Watson and Poppleton here in the first round. The second matchup we have during this first round is Fly Guy versus Geronimo Stilton. Fly Guy versus Geronimo Stilton. That is the second matchup that you will have to decide who your favorite character is to see who will move on to the second round. The next matchup we have is Junie B. Jones and Henry. Will Junie B. move on to the second round, or will Henry join Mudge in the second round? Who will it be? It's up to you to decide. In the last matchup for this week, we have Baby Mouse and Katie Kazoo. Baby Mouse or Katie Kazoo? Who will you choose to join the other winners in the second round? I don't know who you're going to choose. You probably have some ideas of who you want to choose, but who will your classes choose? I can't wait to find out on Friday afternoon. I know it's a short week, only 3 days, but you can do it. I look forward to seeing the results on Friday and sharing the winners with you next week on Monday and all of the second round matchups. Until then, have a good time reading, have a good time discussing these characters, and we'll see you again soon. Goodbye.